Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. I am super excited for this video today. Today we are going to talk about affordable planning supplies and affordable options for some of our most common planning supplies. I am going to show you some of the tools and supplies that I use every day to do decorative planning, and I'm going to really focus on affordable options and also accessibility. So I'm going to try to show you the items that you can get easily. So for example, I'm not going to really go into like closeout stores. I do buy stuff from closeout stores like Ollie's, but it's really hit or miss. When you go in there, you may find something, you may not. So I'm not going to kind of show you those things, although that's a great place to get stuff if you like to go frequently. But I can show it to you today and you may never see it in Ollie's again. So I'm not going to waste time with that. I'm going to try to show you things that you can get and you can use at an affordable price. This is going to be a little bit of a longer video. So grab a cup of coffee, stick with me. I'm going to try to keep it casual and fun as we go through it. I will use chapter markers so you can skip to different sections. In this video, I am going to be talking about stickers. So planning stickers and some affordable options for stickers. Highlighters, looking at common highlighters and then some affordable options and comparing them to show you how they work in your planner. Doing the same thing with pens. I'm also going to talk about general planning supplies and where you can get some deals on things like that. And take a look at Washi and talk about how you can use Washi, which is a low cost option in general, but show you some washi that I got on deals and talk about using it in your planner. So let's get started because we have a lot to do and a lot to cover. Anything that I show here, if I can find it, I will try to link it down below. But we are going to get right in with the big one, and that is stickers. Okay, if you are a decorative planner, stickers are a common part of your supply collection. You can't really avoid it if you're doing decorative planning. The thing with stickers though is that they can be very expensive, sticker books. And so how can you do decorative planning and use alternative supplies that are less expensive than $30 sticker books or $25 sticker books? Because let me just keep it real with you. You're going to see, and I have a lot of those, right? But you're going to see a lot of sticker books from small shops. I'm not going to really focus on those sticker books in here because that's what you're going to see all the influencers use. But the reality is most of those people are getting those books for free. They're not paying $20 or $30 per book when they're showing you 10 books sitting on their desk. You know, they got them for free. And hey, if I could get them for free, I would. So no shade in that. But as someone who doesn't get them for free, you know, we have to figure out ways to manage our budget and still do decorative planning, right? I support small shops. I buy from small shops, as you know. Caliber Plan is one of my favorites. Live Love Posh, one of my favorites. However, I have a budget. And so my budget has to take precedence over just buying from a small shop. That means I have to find deals and sales. So let's get into it. As I was saying, stickers. I have some paper pads here, and I'm going to show you those because using scrapbook paper is a great way to decorate your planner without spending the money on stickers. I like to get my scrapbook paper from either Hobby Lobby or Michael's. And let me tell you, I am not a scrapbooker. I am not. I only use scrapbook paper for my planners, and I don't use it frequently. But at the cost, it's still worth buying. I go to Hobby Lobby during their 40% off sale, which happens every 2 weeks. And so, for example, this pad, which is $10.99, I get it at 40% off, which makes it less than $7. And it has 80 sheets, right? And I can use this throughout my planner to decorate my planner in different ways. And I'm going to do an example of that at the end of this section to show you what I mean by that. Another great option for decorating your planner instead of using the expensive sticker books is to use a paper crafting kit. You can get these in a lot of places. Some places sell, like this is all they sell, but guys, those kits can be up to $30 or $40, truthfully. Again, Hobby Lobby is a great place to get a paper crafting kit. The price on here is $6.99. I only buy this stuff when it's 40% off, which happens every 2 weeks. I'm filming this, I think, on the 13th. And so going into the next week, which is probably when I'm going to post this, so it's the week of July 14th, the 40% off sale won't be on at Hobby Lobby, but it will be on the following week. And after that, it happens every 2 weeks. So start keeping track. But this will be $6.99 at 40% off. Guys, that is an amazing deal, because in these packs, I'm going to go ahead and open this one. You get all types of things. You get paper, you get ephemera, you get stickers, you get alphabet stickers. And so it's really a great way to get some decorative pieces that you can use for a variety of things in your planner. This is the ephemera. I chose to get this coquette set because I'm interested in doing some coquette themes, but I don't necessarily want to spend $30 for a whole book in this one theme. But you have some ephemera here. You see, you have some additional, this is like pearl stickers. I don't know, I wouldn't use that probably, but you get a page of bow stickers. Well, in this case, stickers. They're bows because of the theme I chose. You generally always get some type of alpha stickers with these sets, and then you get different page, different 12 by 12 papers. And this is paper. This is not cardstock. And like I said, I chose the coquette because I wanted to give that theme a try, but I didn't want to invest a lot of money in it. And they're beautiful, and you can use these throughout your planner instead of stickers. Or you can use them in conjunction with stickers to make your stickers last longer. Some more alternatives for actual sticker books. So at the end of the sticker section is when I'll go through an example of using the scrapbook paper. All right, so this is the type of book we're used to seeing, right? We're used to seeing influencers use. Planning influencers, I should say. They're small shop sticker books. They range in price anywhere from $20 to $35 depending on the shop that you use. And let me tell you, they are gorgeous. They're beautiful. I love them. I have several of them because I do like to support my small shops, but I also have to work within my budget. Support small shops as you can afford to do so. I have to spread that out though, because I don't have unlimited funds and I'm not getting these books for free. A lot of influencers do, and that's no shade to them, but I think it's important that you are aware that when you see influencers with 10 new sticker books and they're getting the new sticker books as soon as they're released, they're getting them for free. They're not paying for them. So it's very easy to just say, go buy this sticker book when each book is $20 or $30 and they're sitting there with $300 worth of sticker books on their desk. Well, not everybody can do that. So what are some affordable options for you? Let's get into it. First, Hobby Lobby. Guys, I never really shopped at Hobby Lobby until I started planning. Hobby Lobby is a great place to get sticker books. They don't have a huge selection. I probably have every sticker book that they currently have available. But what they do have is very useful. They usually are a mix of decorative and functional, and I'll show you what I mean. So and these are used. They're well used because I use my books. This is a Moody Botanical. I'm not going to flip through all of them page by page, but this one was beautiful because it had these very pretty green decorative pieces in it, right? And all this decorative foliage like plants. And so the kind of theme through this whole book was like green and gold. Then you have your icons. I will say you don't tend to have a ton of boxes, but you do have some functional boxes in here, and they're all with the same theme, right? So this book is a green and gold theme, kind of like a botanist theme. It's a lovely book. It was one of my favorites. And like I said, you have more boxes in here, more icons, and you can use throughout your planner. The best thing about this option is that this book is $8.99 list price. I buy it when they are 40% off. That makes this book less than $6, you guys. It is 30 sheets in each book. You cannot beat that price. Every 2 weeks, Hobby Lobby has 40% off their paper crafts. And it's just a price that you can't beat, if I'm being honest with you. And you can get these in all different themes, as you see here. Like I said, I'm not going to flip through them all. I am going to flip through a couple. So here's one for romantic bows. This is with that current trend, the coquette trend. I don't know if I'm saying that right. If I'm not, well, you'll get over it. But, you know, you're seeing this a lot, but honestly, I personally don't want to pay $20 or $30 for a planner or a sticker book with this kind of trendy theme. So yeah, getting it for less than $6 is really up my alley, and I can try out this theme and see if I really like it. And I think it's a beautiful theme. I just don't want to invest everything in the coquette theme, right? I want to try it for less than $30 or $40. And so this book allows me to do that. And it has some beautiful stickers in here. Again, I paid less than $6 for this book. And like I said, there are several books. This is just a selection. I would say at any one time, Happy Planner has about 20 different styles or 20 different themes available for sale at any one given time is what I'll say. They do occasionally add new ones, rotate them out, and things like that. Here's one for faith. Here's one for budget. The way I tend to use these hobby, if I said Happy Planner before, I meant Hobby Lobby. The way I tend to use these Hobby Lobby books is to use them for a specific theme, right? So for example, I buy a lot of faith stickers and I don't do a ton of faith planning. But for that reason, I don't want to spend $40 on a faith sticker book because I don't do a ton of faith planning, but I do a little bit of it. So this is really all I need. I have a couple of their faith books, and I mean, I do have some bigger faith sticker books from smaller shops. I'm not saying I don't, but this is a great way if you don't want to spend that type of money to get some faith stickers or any specific themed stickers that you can use in your planner. This is an example of a functional sticker book that they offer at Hobby Lobby. Again, less than $6 on sale, and it is numbers and days, and it has nothing but days of the weeks and dates. Now, y'all all know that just about every small shop has a dated sticker book. Whatever they call it, it's a dated sticker book. And it's going to be $25+, right? Because functional sticker books pretty much go for a premium because we all need them. So this is a great way to get some beautiful functional stickers, date labels, dates without breaking the bank. Again, it'll be less than $6 if you get it during the 40% sale. And if you go when it's not on sale, it's only $8.99. You cannot beat that. So that is a great alternative option for sticker books. Go to Hobby Lobby. Go to Hobby Lobby. Go to Hobby Lobby. Don't sleep on the Hobby Lobby stickers. Another great option is using the books that you can get from Amazon. I call these Temu books, and you've seen me use them in my planning. The reason I call these Temu books is that I first saw these books on Temu, but now they're pretty prevalent on Amazon, so you can get them with 2-day shipping. The average cost for this book for books like these on Amazon is anywhere from, I would say, $10 to $13 per book. Most of these books have 20 pages. I'll do a couple of flip throughs. I haven't used this one a lot, so I'll flip through this one. Most of these books have 20 pages, and they're primarily decorative. And I have to tell you, they are gorgeous. Their images are absolutely stunning. You will not be disappointed with the quality of the images and the quality of the stickers. Depending on the book you buy, sometimes there's usually a mix between clear, like these are on clear. I probably can't pick it up, but these are on clear. And then you also will generally have some paper stickers as well. Like those are on clear, these are on paper stickers. Depending on the book, sometimes the paper stickers are on sticker paper that's really thin, kind of like washi paper, which I personally love because it just melts into the paper of your planner. Other times it's on regular thickness white paper, like this is regular thickness. And these are just beautiful options. Look how beautiful these images are. Okay, so this one has 3 different types. This one has the, I wonder if it says 30 pages, but this one has the clear, the regular sticker paper, and then the washi type sticker paper. So that's really, really nice. And then a couple of boxes in the back. You won't get a ton of boxes with these books, but that is okay. I think I probably paid about $11 for this book from Amazon. Absolutely love it. And I am going to use this for my travel sticker book, right? So instead of paying $25 or $30 from a small shop or getting a travel sticker book that I may not really like from Happy Planner, I'm going to use this one. And I only paid like $11 for it. I'll have these books linked down below. And the good thing is, you can get so many different options of these books, so many different themes, almost a theme for anything that you want. This one is for readers, so it's called Whispering Pages. I've used a lot out of this book, but the small shops actually didn't print or didn't publish any solid book reading sticker books this year so far, in my honest opinion. They might come out with some in the fall, but all spring and summer I was struggling for a book that focused on books and reading, and I found this one, and it was like $8 on Amazon, and I have used it well. Love this book. But you can find these books in all different themes. I have a lot of them. This is only a selection of what I have, and these are probably a year old. They're always coming out with new themes and new images for their books. So this one obviously is about fall. I used it last fall. I will use it this fall. So really good options here. Like I said, they range in price from about $10 to $13. Most of the time they are 20 pages. Sometimes you'll get a thicker one like 30 or 50. This is a 50 sheet book. I think I got this one for like $8 or $9 on Amazon. Absolutely love it. I bought it this year. It's called Leisure Time, and I love this one because it has let's see, different images in different colors, and it can kind of take you through the whole year, you know, like your purples, your blues, your greens, then you get into your browns, kind of like your cafe or coffee. That's going to be perfect for the fall. And then you get your ladies, you get some quotes in here. If you watch my videos, you've seen me use some of these ladies before. This particular book has a lot of stickers on the washi style stickers, which I like. So I'm really excited to use these cafe core, well, not cafe core because that's a Happy Planner thing, but these coffee cafe images in the fall. But what I will mention about Cafe Core is that I bought that Cafe Core planner, and I specifically did from Happy Planner. And I specifically chose not to buy the Cafe Core sticker book because I knew I had great sticker books around coffee and around fall themed. And so I didn't need to spend that money because I had this book that I paid $7 or $8 for. So guys, this is a great alternative to sticker books. Now, what I will say to you is, and I'm only going to say this one more time because I'm not going to use this whole video to justify or to make excuses for not buying for a small shop. Girl, buy where your budget dictates you buy. Okay? Don't let anybody on YouTube tell you where to spend your money. I like to support small shops. You guys know I love Caliber Plan. I love Live Love Posh, and I buy a lot from them. But I can't buy everything from them because I can't afford it. I don't get their books for free. I pay for them out of my own pocket. So I need to look for things that are more budget friendly. So mix it up. Support when and where you can, but also do things that work for your budget and focus on that. Okay, so let's put these to the side. Let me make a little bit of room, guys, because like I said, I have a lot going on with this video. The next thing I want to do is show you a couple of options for using scrapbook paper as decor. Now, remember, we talked about this being an alternative, and so I'm going to show you what that can look like, because I think we say that and a lot of people never see what that can actually look like in practice. So we're going to take a few minutes and I'm going to go ahead and show you how I use scrapbook paper in my planners. As I flip through this, you'll notice how beautiful this book is. This book was absolutely gorgeous. I loved the papers in this book, and I can't wait to really dig in. So I'm not going to do a whole flip through of it. Let me just do a slow flip through so that you can kind of get an idea just for how gorgeous some of these papers are. I mean, hands down, really pretty. Right? This is one of my favorites. Look at how gorgeous that is, guys. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This was one of my favorites here. I love that. So pretty. Again, I think this was like less than $7 after I took the 40% off. So I had to pick this up. I am going to use the green pages here to do this example. One, because the green pages were not my favorite in the book, so it's great to use as an example. All right. There are many ways you can use scrapbook paper to, decorate your planner. I am going to show you 3. And I'm going to try to do it pretty quick. This is, like I said, this is going to be a long video, guys. But I'm going to try to do it pretty quick. I have to give a shout out to Scrappy Wife. I don't know if that's really her complete name or what, but I am actually a subscriber of hers. I cut that a little too short, but that's okay. I'm a subscriber of hers, and I truthfully first started using scrapbook paper in my planners after watching her. She inspired me so much. And I would say she's probably an expert at it. Whereas I am definitely not an expert. But you know what? You don't have to be an expert. You just have to enjoy doing something. But I did want to kind of give her inspiration. Give her credit for inspiring me. And this was maybe years ago. Right? A couple of years ago when I started to use this technique based on something I saw from her channel. Okay, so what I'm going to do is actually create or cut 2 pages. And I'm going to cut them down to the standard size of a Happy Planner piece of paper. A Happy Planner page, which is 9 1/4 by 7. And so this is going to end up being like the backdrop of my page. And I'm going to save the scraps because I can use that for something else. So let's go ahead and do this one. So 9 1/4, and then we're going to cut this one down to 7. Okay, so now we have 2 pages that I cut from the scrapbook paper. And all you need to do for this technique is you come in and you put your trimmed insert and you just glue it down. Now all I did was I trimmed a basic vertical insert from Happy Planner. I'm going to move it over just a little bit so I would be able to punch it. And decided to come in, let me kind of get it lined up as best I can. It doesn't have to be perfect. The punch is going to be on the inside. And I just come in and I simply paste it here. And this is a great way of adding a lot of punch really quick to your planner layout. So you can then come in, put your date labels up here at the top, use stickers or whatever you want to do to date this, and you can start decorating it like normal, or you can just punch it, put it in your planner, and just use your green highlighters and pens and get to working on it. So this is a great way to actually you know, give some punch to your planner layouts using scrapbook paper. Another option, like I said, I have a couple of these. Another option that you can do is to take your scrapbook paper. I often like to decorate on the inside of my pages and not do the backing. I love the torn look, especially when your paper has a white core like this. This is the white core that you can see on the edge. And I'll just take this, and I'm not using a lot of tape, guys, because I'm just doing this as an example. But I would take this and put it right here on the edge. This is one of my favorite looks. Make sure I tear this correctly. This is definitely one of my favorite looks when using scrapbook paper in my planner. Right? So quick, so simple. And again, it just adds a nice punch and pop to what you're doing. So I like that approach. And then another approach that you can do is to simply take, see, this isn't really the one I wanted to use. Let's see. Okay, guess we'll use this one. You can take your scrapbook paper, and you don't even really have to tear it if you don't want to. You can just take it, my tape runner is about to die. You could just take it and put it on the edge. I like to do edge to edge decorating as well. Let's see if I have enough left in this tape runner. will make it work. You know, you can just put it on the edge and do some borders that way. And then you just come in, you can just easily trim it. Like I said, I'm doing this, you know, fairly quick. I'm never quick at anything I do, but I'm doing this fairly quick just to kind of show you some quick examples. Because I think, like I said, a lot of people mention alternatives to sticker books, but then they never kind of show you how you can really use that. So that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, so not perfect, right? But that wasn't the point of this exercise. Being perfect was not the point. I just wanted to give you an idea of how you can use scrapbook paper to help you decorate your planner pages. And again, see, like this is not straight, but I would just recut it if I was actually doing this to make it straight. But this is a very quick, easy, super easy way to add some punch using scrapbook paper. You don't have to be complicated, you guys, to do that. So 3 really quick examples of how you can have an alternative to stickers. The other sticker I want to show you before closing out this section is this kind of sticker set, again, from Hobby Lobby. Because you can get these, again, 40% off, $2.99. This one was on clearance for 74 cents, but whenever they have their sale, even if they don't have a clearance, it'll be 40% off of the $2.99. And it's a great way to do something with a specific theme. Like this one is about nature and camping outdoors, and they just have a lot of specialty themes in these little packs, so they're very useful. Okay, so that is stickers and alternative options for stickers, alternative affordable options. Let's talk about highlighters. So let me get a piece of paper because I am going to show you some examples on Happy Planner paper. So highlighters, there's no way around it, guys. Highlighters can be very expensive. The most common that you see in the planning community are zebra Mildliners, okay? And they are great, hands down. They are great highlighters. They don't bleed. They are nice and mild in color. A lot of pastels. They have a large color range, but they have a lot of pastels, so you can choose really any color to go with almost any decor that you're doing. And they're just hands down, I can't say anything negative about them. They are really, really great, but they can also be very expensive. Really, really expensive, like in the $20, $30, $40, $50, $60 range if you're getting a really big pack. I would say they're over $2 per highlighter if you buy them in a pack. That's very expensive. What are some options? Right? Sharpie makes a highlighter that is about half the cost of Mildliners. They don't have as large of a color range, but they have a really nice color range. You can get these, I think 6 for about $4.99, so that makes them less than $1 per pen. They are great. They aren't quite as great as Mildliner, only because these do bleed. If you don't handle them correctly, they will bleed. Mildliners just about won't bleed at all. These do have the potential to bleed, but they're beautiful colors and they're so nice to use. Another type of marker / highlighter that you see in the planning community a lot is the Tombow. That's a King Art, but this is a Tombow The Tombow type markers, people use these for highlighting and writing in their planners a lot. Tombow is another very expensive brand. These markers are quite expensive. For about 12 of them, you can get a pack. I think it's either 10 or 12 for like $19.99. And the larger the packs, the more expensive they are. So expensive. These two, super expensive. ClickArt can be expensive too if you buy them at the regular store, but I get mine at Ross. But I'm going to put them in the expensive category because they are an expensive pen or marker. Less expensive, affordable, Sharpie, not my most preferred because it does bleed. And then surprisingly enough, this is going to be super surprising, Crayola Supertips. This is the affordable alternative, guys, to your Mildliners. You can get a pack of like 12 for $4.99 all day, every day. And that's not really on sale. Depending on where you buy them, say Hobby Lobby versus Walmart versus Target versus Michael's, they'll range from $4.99 to $7.99. I usually get them for about $4.99, maybe sometimes $5.99 because prices have increased at Hobby Lobby and Walmart. So let's take a look at their performance. All right, we're gonna go with the OG, the best, and that is Mildliner. I've tried to choose some colors that are similar. So this is Happy Planner paper. Beautiful, beautiful color. There is no bleed through, no ghosting, nothing. Even if I hold my marker down and press, right, I still don't get any bleed through. I'm telling you, these are fabulous, absolutely fabulous, but very, very expensive. Now let me show you some of the issues with like the Tombow, right? Just as mild, pastel, beautiful color. If I press and hold on this one, still really doesn't go through, even pressing and holding, right? So these are a great option for writing in your planners, but these are super expensive too. Okay, ClickArt. Beautiful color. I didn't have a very mild one, so I had to go a little bit darker. Still very nice. It has a tiny bit of bleed through there, right? So it's in the expensive category, but it has a little bit of bleed through. Right, but beautiful colors. And honestly, for pressing it down like that and bleeding through, you'd probably be okay because you're probably not going to sit there and hold your marker down on your paper. Who would? Sharpie S Note. Beautiful color. Nice. Super smooth. No real bleed through. If I hold it for a little bit, a couple of seconds, you're going to start to see some bleed through, right? Not a ton. So if you're using these correctly, right, not holding and pressing, you'll be fine with this less expensive option because this is a fraction of the cost of your Mildliners. There's really a very big difference in cost, you guys, but the performance, it's not that big of a difference. What about these Crayola Supertips? So the Crayola Supertips, beautiful. This color is just as nice as the expensive markers, expensive highlighters. If I press and hold, nothing. It performs just as well as the Mildliners, right? Beautiful colors. Their pastel set is gorgeous. This is just a couple of options. This is this set. I pulled out all my pastels from Crayola. You know, all of these colors come in the pastel set for less than $5 for the entire set. These are absolutely gorgeous colors that you can use in place of the more expensive Mildliners. So this is a great alternative to the Mildliner for a fraction, literally a fraction of a cost. 24 of these will probably cost you $25 to $30. 24 of these will cost you about $8. That's a really big difference. So I just wanted to show you that. Because that is a really great alternative to inexpensive highlighter. Okay. So the next thing I want to show you are pens. And I've actually had to group my pens together so that they're easy to find in this basket that I have sitting off to the side. Okay, so excuse the setup because I have rubber bands to keep me organized. So let's take a look at some of these pens, you guys. I am going to show you some pens that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I got these recently. So this is a little bit time sensitive because I bought these during the back to school sale. Dollar Tree though frequently has zebra pens, just about all the time, but they don't always have as big of a selection as they do during back to school season. So let's talk about it. The first pen type I'm going to show you is the zebra pen that I got 2 for $1.25. It is zebra. It's officially zebra. It's not like an off-brand zebra. 2 for $1.25 from the Dollar Tree. And these pens are dupes, which is hard to be a dupe of yourself. That's what's interesting about this. These pens are dupes to the Zebra bLen. They have just about a very, very similar profile. They feel the same in your hand. The clicker is different. The bLen has this kind of modern looking clicker. And this one, you know, has a more traditional clicker. But they are both zebra. Other than that, these are identical pens, you guys. When I use them, this is the Zebra bLen. The bLen is a fairly expensive brand or a fairly expensive pen type for Zebra. I would say $2.50 to $3 per pen. I got 2 for $1.25. So this is about 65 cents per pen. Big difference. Same brand. Guys, they perform exactly the same. I don't know how well you can see this, but they perform exactly the same. One I got from the Dollar Tree, one I got from Amazon. They feel the same in your hand. And I know this because I don't like these pens. These pens hurt my hand. The moment I use them, they hurt from like the first instant. So I do not use Zebra bLens. I bought them because I thought they would be great. And they are great. They perform well. They're nice and opaque, which is what I like in a pen. But for some reason, these, like if I use these consistently for a long period of time, I would have issues. Because this pen immediately gives me hand strain. So I don't use those. And that's the Zebra bLen, you know, and so I don't use those. But if it doesn't bother you, that Dollar Tree pen is exactly the same. Another Zebra pen from the Dollar Tree. And I want to say to you again, these Dollar Tree pens are in the Dollar Tree right now. I bought them this week. I'm filming this on July 13th. So I bought them this week in their school supply section. They had these really great 0.7 black ink gel pens, retractor, and they are Zebra, officially Zebra. These are so good, I went back and bought 5 more packs. These are probably going to become my new favorite pen. I have a couple here that we can take a look at. They had them in different colors. So this is the yellow and the pink. They had blue and green, and then they had like the black gray. So trying to get the wax off, which I don't think I got it all the way off, but that's okay. I don't know. Yeah, I don't have the wax off of this. Hold on. It was hard getting the wax off of these for some reason. Okay, let's get this started. There we go. So this, I don't know what to compare this to. It is just a zebra gel pen from the Dollar Tree, but this performs just as well as every other black gel pen I have ever had. This performs as well as a black gel pen that I literally paid $7 for the pen for. And I got two for $1.25. Amazing deal. Smooth, feels great in your hand. None of that hand strain from the Zebra Blend. This is just an excellent, excellent, excellent deal, you guys. Run to the Dollar Tree, stock up on these if they still have it at your Dollar Tree. I definitely did. Like I said, I think I have a total of like 8 packs now, because I went back and I bought 3, then I went back and bought 5 more. That's how good these pens are. Okay, another deal from Dollar Tree for this year are the gel pens, and again from Zebra. Zebra has a lot of pens in the Dollar Tree, guys. Don't sleep on Dollar Tree. They have some name brand items. I have never seen these before, but I went ahead and I bought them. 2 came in a pack for $1.25, and they are fabulous. I don't use gel pens a lot in my planning. I really don't. These are kind of metallic-y gel pens. I don't know if you'll be able to see the metallic in here or not. Probably not, but they're not just a color. They're metallic. And these pens can be very, very expensive. To kind of show you an example, you might be able to see the metallic and the gold a little bit more, right? This is a Pentel dual metallic. I think I got like 5 in a set for maybe $15. That's how expensive a good metallic gel pen is. I won't hold, this one may skip. I won't hold it against it because I've had these for a couple of years. But you know, that's just kind of a comparison between one that's super, super expensive and the Zebras that I got from the Dollar Tree. So good options, right? Go run to the Dollar Tree, you guys, right now during school supply season, and try to pick those up. If you don't get anything else from this video, go get those. It is worth the money. Another one I want to show is the Zebra ClickArt. These are, I went back and bought more of these too. I bought 2 of these the first trip, and then I went back and bought like 1 in each color because they have these in different colors. I ended up with like 6. These are retractable felt tip pens. And the ClickArts in general, you can buy these at any store and they're quite expensive. So to get 1, because it's 1 per pack, for $1.25 is a pretty good deal. If you got a pack of these at Amazon, they would come out to be about $1.70 per pen if you bought like a pack of like 8 colors. So this is still a good buy if you can get them at Amazon, at Dollar Tree. So definitely go and get these. These are super nice because they have a 0.6 millimeter tip. So they really do feel more like a pen when you're writing with them. Compared to the Papermate Flare, which I don't know what the tip point is on a Papermate Flare. I think it's bigger than 0.6. But when I write with the Papermate Flare, I feel like I'm writing with a marker, which, you know, it's not bad. That's just, it gives you a different feel. This, I feel like I'm writing with a pen, and I like that a little bit better. So definitely give that a try as well. The next pen that I want to show you, believe it or not, is an erasable pen. Guys, use the erasable pens from Dollar Tree. This was a completely unexpected find. I picked it up and I was like, are these going to be any good? They are amazing. I am going to pair these to the Pilot Fusion, which is the industry leader in erasable pens. I already have one of the Dollar Trees open. I have the black version. Because these were so good, I went back and bought another pack. And I already opened these and put them on my desk because I use them. So I'm going to go ahead and write with the Pilot Fusion. And then we are going to write with the Dollar Tree. Okay, ink, right? You can't even really tell the difference in the ink. You really cannot. So I'm going to erase the Dollar Tree. The eraser is at the bottom of the pen. Looks great. And then we're going to use the Pilot Fusion, and we're going to erase the Pilot Fusion. Looks great. Expensive version, Dollar Tree version. You get 3 in a pack for $1.25. Guys, this is amazing. Pick this up. Go to the Dollar Tree. I bought this before school supply time started. So I think Dollar Tree carries these just about all the time. If your store is sold out, just keep looking because this tends to be, I think, an all-season product. But give these a try, especially if you never thought that you would use erasable pens, because I don't really use erasable pens. When I do, I use them sometimes in my budget planning and sometimes in my content planning. That's it. I don't use them a lot. So spending a lot of money on an erasable pen doesn't make sense for me, but getting it from the Dollar Tree does. So sometimes that's what it's about more than anything else. It's about buying the right product for what you're actually using it for. The next set of pens that I want to show you did not come from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to see if I have one open. I do. This comes from Walmart. When I bought these, one pack was 88 cents. So it's 2 for 88 cents, which is a hands down great deal because these are amazing pens. I think the last time I checked, when they rolled out school supplies like a week ago, they were $1.44. Still a really good deal, but not quite as excellent as 2 for 88 cents. But these are readily available at any Walmart at any time. And so there's something to be said for that. And honestly, these are one of my favorite pens to write with. They feel good. The ink is very black and opaque, which is what I look for in a black gel pen. And they really don't skip all that much. Well, not even all that much. They really don't skip. So these are great pens, and the price really cannot be beat. Still at 2 for $1.44, still a really good deal. I would say buy the Dollar Tree ones first if you can find them, but if you can't, definitely get these. I have like 10 packs of these. These are excellent pens, excellent. And if you lose it, you're not stressed out because you didn't pay that much for it, because I do tend to lose pens sometimes. So the last thing I want to show you in the pen category are brush tip pens. So I think I might have one of these open as well. Let's see. I do. Okay, so I got this at Dollar Tree for $1.25. I'm going to compare it to the expensive version, which is the Tombow brush pen. Now, I don't know how to do brush lettering. Let me be upfront with you. I don't. And so I'm not going to do this in a way that it's like, girl, what are you doing? You don't know what you're doing. Because I'm going to tell you now, I don't know what I'm doing. But not knowing what I'm doing is why I don't need to be spending a ton of money on brush pens. My throat is dry because this is a really long video. I don't need to be spending a ton of money on brush pens. But I like to have a brush pen in my collection. This one pen cost me like $4. I am nowhere near skilled enough to pay that much money for a pen. I'm not. And if you are not that skilled, you might want to try the Dollar Tree brush tip. This is what it looks like. It's a great little pen. Is it going to be the best brush tip pen that you ever write with? No. But if you are a beginner, right? If you're a beginner at brush lettering, or you're practicing your brush lettering, this is a very affordable way to start practicing your brush lettering before investing in something really expensive. So, you don't want to overspend your money on something that you may not really get into or you don't like. So I'm just showing you this one because this is a great option to give something a try for $1.25. So excellent option here. Okay, now we have looked at stickers, highlighters, and pens. Let's talk about general planner supplies. So I don't have a ton of these to show, if I'm being honest with you, because I will probably do another video at another time about my favorite planner supplies. I just wanted to show you a few great deals that's going on right now. So I have some pencil holders that I got from, guess where? The Dollar Tree. In this season's school supplies. These are jelly pencil holders. Guys, these are fabulous. I recently went to Target, and Target had some jelly pencil holders for $5 each. These were $1.25 each. I bought 3 of them. Run to the Dollar Tree, guys. These are so super cute and adorable, and I will probably use these for highlighters and markers and everything that I need to put in there. So I just wanted to kind of show you that. I also want to show you from Hobby Lobby, again, on their 40% off paper crafting sale. I like to buy self-adhesive tabs because I tend to make my own dividers. And so making the tabs can be a little bit of a headache, but I can get 12 tabs that are self-adhesive, so I don't have to make them, for $2.99 with 40% off. So this makes it less than $2 after you take the 40% off. And I can use these whenever I need to. So great little option. The other supply that I want to show you today, and like I said, I have a ton of affordable supplies that I buy, but today I'm showing you the plastic dividers. These are the dividers that you see in just about everybody's planner when they're franken planning. But I found an amazing deal at Amazon where you get 2 sets, a top set of 4, right, with the top tabs, and guys, it also includes, this is one order, one item. It also includes a side set of 6. This comes together. So you get 10. You get a side set of 6 and a top set of 4. Do you know how much I paid for this? $7.99. $7.99 for both sets together. That is amazing. I don't care how you look at it. That is amazing. And now Amazon changes their prices. I can't promise it's $7.99 when you go look at it, but I will link it down below. I have bought these a couple of times, and they've always been in the $7 or $8 range. So that's what I will say about that. So not many things to show you on the supply side. Like I said, I am planning a whole video about my favorite supplies, and I'll have more in that video. Before we get into the washi, which is the last thing I'm going to show you today, I wanted to show you my collection of acrylic markers, which I do use in my planning. Acrylic markers can be very expensive. I got this set of, like, I think this is like 48. I got this set for less than $15 on Amazon. And it came with this amazing case, you guys. I do use acrylic markers in my planner. I usually use them to draw boxes. That's generally how I use them, for outlines, drawing boxes, and things like that. So acrylic markers are really great to use for things like that. Just give them a little bit of a shake before you use it. You don't have to shake your arm off. It's not that big of a deal. But they're great in your planners because they don't bleed. Acrylic markers are basically paint, and the paint sits on top of the page, so there's no bleed through. So you can draw boxes, you can do outlines, you can do lettering. These have a brush tip, so you can do brush lettering if that is your thing. Like I said, I'm pretty horrible at lettering, so please don't judge the quality of the marker by my lettering. I'm just really bad at it. Some people are great at it. I'm not. I primarily use mine to like make different types of boxes and different shapes and boxes. I use it to highlight. I use it to underline. You know, I use it to add interest to my planner spreads. That's how I use mine. So I would probably come in here, like if I did something like that, I would then come in here and maybe outline the box. Right? So that is how I tend to use. You can write on it once it dries. Right? So these are really great options for... Look at me. Can't even do hearts. These are really great options for having more supplies, things to make your planning a little bit more interesting, a little bit more decorative. And if I turn this over, there is absolutely no bleed through. None. And look at the payoff you get for such a dark, vibrant color with no bleed through. Hands down, one of the best. Ouch. Oops, sorry. Broke a nail trying to get that case back up. But hands down, one of my favorite purchases of the year. I have bought many different acrylic pens at Ross, at every place that I can find them cheaply, and this is the set that I would buy again. And like I said, it came with this super pretty case, so love it. Okay, now let's talk just a little bit about washi. So I am not someone who uses a lot of washi in my planning. I'm not, but I do keep a personal journal, and I do use washi tape in my journal. The reason I want to show you this is because, can I just say this? No judgment at all, but it irritates me to no end to see washi tape that's being sold for like $12 for one roll. It just does. Washi tape is never that serious, in my opinion. Because of that, I wanted to show you some options for affordable washi tape that's still really nice and cute and pretty. And you don't have to pay $20 for a roll of washi tape. So yeah, let's get into it. So I get my washi tape from Amazon for the most part, and a little bit from Temu, but mostly from Amazon. I don't like to wait on shipping. I'm very impatient. That's a thing of mine, super impatient. So I tend to get it from Amazon. And people say, okay, but you don't get anything in the roll. Well, in some cases, that's true. Like, for example, I got this one from Amazon. There's not much on this roll. This one from Amazon, not much. Now, I have used these, so it was more, but it still wasn't a ton. Compared to washi tape that I got, say, from Hobby Lobby, and there's a lot on this roll, right? This is typically what you would get from a nice quality roll. But this is my thing. Unless you are somebody who's using washi tape every single day, girl, you don't need 100 feet of that washi tape. You don't. It's just going to end up sitting somewhere and you're not going to use it. Let's be real. Let's all be honest with ourselves. Okay. So when people are saying, oh, you don't get anything on the roll, ask yourself, do you really need all that's on the roll? The answer is probably no. That being said, I get my washi tape from Amazon. I get it from Hobby Lobby. And I get some from Temu. Let's take a look at it. So Amazon, I purposely bought this tape because I wanted some gilded washi, because I'm not going to call any names, but I saw a certain type of, I saw some tape being used on YouTube, and it was gilded, and I wanted to try it, and it was way too expensive, and you had to pay for shipping. So I said, no, I'm going to try to find some from Amazon, and I did. And I love it. What I'm going to say about this, now this is a really old piece because that's my end piece. So let me do another piece here. And all of this washi tape is really old because I don't use washi tape frequently. If I'm being honest with you. So there's no need for me to be spending a ton of money on washi tape. But when I find something I like, I go ahead and buy it. This probably came in a set of like maybe 8 or 9 of different sizes and different designs. I know it came with this one. And yeah, I was specifically looking for gilded tape in this particular instance. And I found some really pretty ones, as you can see. So at really affordable prices. So I guess my comment here is, don't sleep on Amazon washi tape just because you don't get a lot on the roll. Guys, it's washi. You know what I mean? Do you want to spend $50 on a roll on 2 or 3 rolls of washi tape, or do you want to spend $5 on 2 or 3 rolls of washi tape? That's really the question. So like I said, I'm just keeping it real. Y'all know that's the question, because how many rolls of washi tape do you have sitting around? If you buy washi tape, you probably have a lot, because I have a lot. Okay, I got this one from Amazon as well. So like I said, my thing with washi tape, I try to not spend any more than $7 or $8 for like a pack of 12. If I'm getting a pack of 4 or 5, it needs to be like in the $4 or $5 range. I don't want to spend any more than $1 per roll is what it boils down to. So what I'm swatching now is all from Amazon, and they're all very pretty. I like all of these. This is one of my favorites from Amazon. And it came with a really thick roll, because this is the thing, guys. Amazon sells stuff from different stores, right? And different brands. So you may find a brand where it's really, the washi is on a really small roll. This is really old washi tape that I'm going through right now. Because like I said, I don't use it a lot. So that's one of the reasons it just doesn't make sense for me personally to buy a lot of washi tape. This one is losing its sticky. I think I'm probably going to have to get rid of this one. But I kept it because I loved it. It was so pretty. But I've had it at least 3 years. Okay, so I'm going to show it to you though, because this is one that I would probably replace. It is so pretty. This was so adorable. I will probably look to replace this myself, because it needs to be replaced. It's really old. But I probably didn't pay any more than $7 or $8. And I know this particular set, I got like 10 different designs in here. You just cannot beat that price. Another option is Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby has some great washis. Here is one that I bought recently that's kind of a glittery type washi. I bought it on their 40% off sale, so I thought that would be really nice for the upcoming fall. I bought some washi in that coquette theme, because again, I wanted to try out the theme without breaking the bank. So Look how adorable that is. Again, I bought it on the 40% off sale. So at Hobby Lobby, that means I paid less than $2 for that roll. Because they're $2.99. Well, no, per roll, it was less than that. Because you get 2 rolls. I got these together for $2.99 with 40% off. So that's what, about $1.80? Is that right? Yeah, so about $1.80 for 2. So less than $1 per roll. And these are nice, thick rolls of washi. Very high quality. Love those. Absolutely love those. So great options for washi if you're interested in that. Washi is a really, really good alternative to stickers, and it's very affordable. They're great to border your pages. They're great to border your boxes, and you can get all different types of colors and styles. I have a ton of washi, and I got it all from Amazon and a little bit from Temu. An example of a washi that I would get from Temu is like a pet tape, right? Pet tape stickers. These are matte stickers. I love the fact that they're matte. They are pre-cut, and they blend right into your paper. Gorgeous. People are selling, and look how thick this roll of stickers is. There are some companies selling floral pet tape matte stickers for like $30 a roll. Just gonna let that sit there. $30 a roll. No ma'am. No ma'am. I think I paid $1.67 for this roll at Temu. The challenge with buying it at a place like Temu or even Amazon is you gotta find a brand and a seller that's selling what you want. I want my stickers to be matte, and I want them to be pre-cut. I don't want to have to cut my own stickers off of a roll of tape. I don't like to do that. So find what's going to work for you. Once you find that, buy what you like from that seller or from that store. And that's what I did. I have several rolls of different colors of these. And like I said, I paid less than $2 per roll. This is a very thick roll. Instead of paying somebody $30 for one roll of pet tape, I paid 2. Like I said, the challenge is finding exactly what you want, because I like my stickers to be matte, and a lot of times they're not matte. A lot of times they are actually shiny, which I'm okay with some shiny stickers. This is another roll that I got from Temu. These are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I'm talking hands down gorgeous, but they are shiny, which I can deal with, right? Because they're so pretty, it really doesn't matter. What I don't like more than anything else, though, is that they are not pre-cut. So I don't use these a lot because I have to like manually cut these out and then try to pick them up from the sticker because they're not pre-cut. And I find that to be a headache. And these women are absolutely gorgeous. But so that's something that I look for when I'm buying pet tapes on Amazon and Temu. I will use these, but yeah, that's where you have to spend a lot of time searching, because you want to make sure that you get the right thing. But as long as you find the seller and the type of product that you're looking for, you can save a lot of money. Okay. That's all I have to show you today. I know this was a super long video. I don't think I've ever had a video this long, and I didn't think it would be this long. But my voice is hoarse. I've coughed like 5 times in this video, you guys. So I hope that you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed making it. It took me a long time to make this video because I knew it would be long. Excuse me. I knew it would be long, and I knew it would be a little bit taxing to do. I hope you found some value in it. I will have everything linked down below that I can find. Some of this stuff I bought a while ago. If I can't find it, I won't link it. But anything I can find, I will try to link it down here for you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you have a happy week planning.